Big Brother isn't the government. Big Brother is us. Geez, I'm gonna have to talk about the orgasmatron really quick before I can get to any of this. Orgasmatron, you know, it's pretty common knowledge. I think, even for the people that are Motorhead fans. I am called religion, sadistic, sacred whore. You know, even Motorhead fans know about the orgasmatron. He puts it all out there, but it's this thing they could put in your head and just make you, ooh, get to the greatest points of your mind, of your body, actually. Just ecstasy. And what they were afraid of, if they could hit that point in your mind with a gah, that if people actually had this, they would just be sitting there all day long, gah, 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 just like heroin addicts, you know. They wouldn't show up to work. They just feel too good to go anywhere. And so that's the orgasmatron. And so it would just dull the people down. It would just, you know, it's something they give you that seems fantastic, but it's really not that good for you. And so I've come to think, as I watched the ages pass, the decades, what we have right now in our hands is the orgasmatron. People can't sit next to each other without looking at something else on their phone. They really, and this isn't like a, I just find it very interesting, you know. So the social distancing has been going on for some time. It's just been accelerated. And there we have the orgasmatron, and there we have the thing that we're gonna take face from everybody we see. I saw a video today, and I just didn't believe. I had the hair on my arms was just gah, and then when I thought about it again later, I was like, it threw me off. And fortunately, what I hear, it was in another country, so that's not here, not yet. But I was just like, oh my gosh, they did that. This has pushed it forward way too fast for the way I understand it's gonna happen. I see the second wave coming through and just wiping out a shitload of people, and we're probably going to go to closed houses like they had in England when the plague was going on. They just boarded everybody in, whether they had it or not, if one person had it. Oh, like the tomb I saw in Iraq at the temple of Innan-ar, at the city of Ur, the ziggurat. There was a tomb there at the city, and that old guy took us down there, and he just a 108-year-old man he looked like, but he spoke good English. So how long had he been dealing with English-speaking people there in you know, near Babylon, and at the city of Ur, biblical. But he took us down this tomb, and he told us how they closed everybody in. If a king died, took him down there with the wife and the servants and food. Everybody went with him. And so this guy's already dead. too bad he doesn't get to enjoy the show. But in those end days in that tomb, those people were probably fighting in the pitch black darkness for anything they could get a hold of. They didn't even listen for their family's screams anymore. It was tooth and nail to kill and then eventually to eat. And I think it's happening too fast. There was supposed to be the second wave. I'm not wanting this. This is how I'm passing my, I'm passing my time. Like I gotta have something to think about. Woman in bar in Mary's Tavern, Deb, she says, "Do you watch football, Judas?" And I said, "No." And she says, "You should." I said, "Why?" She said, "It'd give you something to talk about." I looked at her and I said, "Like I don't have enough to talk about." And she said, "Yeah, I guess. Yeah, get off of me." So there's the idea that I'm not just passing time, it's just time passing me. And I look and I expected it to be, we'd get let loose and things, but like I said, that big thing happened. I just figured then everybody'd go back out and then they'd all get infected because it's got its tendrils everywhere. That's why it doesn't kill everybody, because it's smart. It's gonna keep some of them alive and fragrant, and then they'll have to close everybody up again. I figured at this point, being closed up again with a lot of people dying, you know, I'm looking at the odds, not opinions, it's just the odds. And then they'd be trying to close everybody down again, and that's when people would go ape shit, because they've been locked in all this time. They get let out and all of a sudden everything, and then they got to get closed up again. They're not even thinking about the numbers of people that are just falling apart, which they might have been before somebody that cared about that sort of thing. And that's when it was going to let loose. But what I saw today, I said, wow. And there were cameras everywhere. Not saying good and bad here. There's nothing good come out of this. And, but they're seeing it. Thanks for the video, big brother. I was surprised to see I was in it.